live over there. Right. All right. For those of you that can see me, just hang on. I'm going to bring on my folks, and then we can go ahead and get started. All right. Oh, that camera just dropped, didn't it? They want to give me a hard time. There you go. Boy, this technology is something else. Please understand what I'm saying. All right. 1, 2. Yes. Hello to my friends over there at TikTok. Good morning to y'all. Good morning to all my friends on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. And of course, my friends on TikTok. I'm back. I know y'all missed me for a while. Trying to run a business is definitely not easy. I want y'all to understand that, right? A lot of things are. First of all, let me get this sound out of here. Yes. In fact, give yourself a hand. All right, I just noticed something here. I'm done before I even get started. That's pretty good. I'm on the end slide before I get to the beginning slide. All right, it's for me, it's Monday. It's not Monday. It's actually Wednesday. It's hump day. It's actually, wow, it's the 1st of April, and I don't have any jokes for you. I'm sorry. Okay. We're going to talk about my favorite topic, which should be your favorite topic, of course, which is money. Um, a lot of us, we have it, but we don't have money. We have no idea of what to do with the money that we get. And anytime you come here, that's all I'm going to talk about. Where you're at now, how you can deal with the money that you already have, and how you can turn that money into much more without working 2 or 3 jobs. Now, of course, because our advisors are all in the United States of America, my apology to those that are living overseas. I know you suffer the same problems, but our or my business partner is not set up in the countries that you live in, only the United States of America. So please forgive me for that. But I'm sure that you have financial advisors over there. Also, a lot of people think that they have to have a lot of money to use those financial advisors, but you don't really. All right. All you have to do is check around, and I'm sure that you will find the help that you need. Okay. So, where am I at? It says where you're living, meaning where you're living or how you're living now, versus what's possible in your life. Because again, you remember I put up some figures that actually show that 70% of working Americans, and that's over 271 million of them, 70% are living paycheck to paycheck. My job until I retire is to fight against that. I did it for over 32 years as a financial planner with the military, and now I am attempting to do it again. I give thanks to everyone who's joining me over there on TikTok. It's a shame that you can't see these beautiful slides that I made up. So you're going to have to listen to this strong voice as I read it to you. So, what you're living versus what's possible. It says most people don't have a money problem, they have a strategy problem. Now, believe it or not, a lot of people, they will receive a paycheck, and even though they think, notice what I said, right? They think that they know what they're doing, they don't. I guarantee that they do not, right? You've heard me say, if you listened to me before, that in a 30-year career, I helped over 6,000 um, service members and their families. The only reason I didn't help more in that period of time because there were a lot of houses I came in and showed them what to do, but there was no money left over at the end of the month or at the end of the paycheck to do anything with because everybody's money was stretched out. Okay. And in these hard times, especially in America, As you know, what goes on in America ends up affecting people in other countries. It's the same thing. So the only thing I can do is try to clean up the problem at home, and hopefully it will affect the rest of the world. Most want to succeed but have major roadblocks, such as overwhelming debts and bills, no path to build wealth, no mentorship or guidance. They want financial success but face a lot of challenges. So, a lot of us out there trying to do hit and miss. And when you're trying to do hit and miss with your finances, who do you think normally loses? Yes, you're correct. You end up being the one who's losing because you don't know what you do with your money. Now, I've had some people say, well, I don't need that. I don't need that. I know what I'm doing with my money. So say, okay, do you have 6 times your monthly earnings saved somewhere in a bank account just in case? And 95 to 99% of the time, the answer is no. But yet they know what they're doing with their money. Or another excuse I hear a lot is some of you will recognize this. You ask them if they need help. Oh man, I got this. I got this. What does that mean when you say I got this? Okay. I got the fact that I'm not going anywhere as far as my finances are concerned. Please explain to me what I got this means because I have no idea. So, where are we at? We're moving on to the next slide. Blue collar life. This is what happens with blue collar workers in America. Um, the average paycheck is between 40,000 and 53,000 a year. They're hardworking, dedicated people. And when we say blue collar workers, these are people who work in factories. These could be people that work in service jobs, servicing you in any from eating to shopping. These are called blue collar workers. Okay, this is what they've got to pay out an average of $1,000 to $1,325 just for rent, and normally it's a small apartment with limited space. Car payments usually between $250 to $450 if their credit's good. Okay, I'm still learning, but beside the name Black Beauty, it said I'm supposed to say hi. I say hi to everyone. Okay, so if I happen to miss your names because I'm reading over here, that you can understand what this program is even about. Then monthly bills. Here's the killer: monthly bills average between 1,100 to $1,500 a month. That's utilities, groceries, insurance, phone, etc. So basically, remember I said 70% of working Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. One emergency can threaten it all. In other words, one emergency could be a health crisis. Okay, it could be your house burned down and you don't have any coverage. A car wreck and you had no coverage uh, on your car. Anything, an emergency could just put you out on the streets. That's why we have so many homeless people in America. Not because they want to be homeless, they didn't prepare. That was the problem right there. They had to prepare. All right, so how it feels, and I think this kind of gives you a good picture of it. It says how it feels. Constant pressure, yes. Your finances can cause you a lot of stress if they're not in balance. Let me quickly say hello to Jan, hello to Aline, hello to Bianca. And if I miss anybody, please forgive me. Okay. Ahmed, hello to you also. So, no real breathing room versus a guy that makes 100K a year. Now, that's not rich, but that's not poor either. Okay. Just a question, just for you. And if you feel like it, write answer in the comments. If you were earning 100K, let's say what was that work out to be about $8,000 a month? How would that change your life? Anybody can write in the comments. When I say write in the comments, at this moment I can only see the ones that are on long time watcher and rising star. And you, okay, I read it. What was I about to say? If you were bringing home $8,000, $9,000 a month, which would put you around that 100K, what could you or what would you do with that amount of money? Please write it in comments and it should pop up on my screen. Okay? I'm looking for it to pop up. I don't see anybody writing. Okay. Like I said, I can't check my comments that are on. Yes, I can. Hold on a second. I can check my comments. I just got to put my screen down a little bit. Go to my comment section. I can check my comments that are on. Okay. All right. I'll put this way. Anybody who writes a comment, especially if you're on Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube, if I don't answer you right now, I will get back to you with answers. Is that fair? Okay. I'm only talking about TikTok because, as you know, on TikTok, you can see the comments as they're written. That's what it's all about. So, 100K, let's move on. The truth bomb is more money doesn't actually solve your problem. And it should say, if you don't know what to do with it. All right? Millionaires go broke. Ask some of those basketball players in America that are retired broke. Where am I at? Help me out here. Oh, I jumped one. Did I jump one? Sorry. Truth bomb. We were at. Wanted to show you the real problem. It's right there. Debt. Uh, Paying too much interest. No financial strategy. And income alone doesn't fix that. Again, when you get your money, you have to know what to do with it. And that's why we have professionals in our organization that if a person decided to use them, that they can help you with that problem right there. What life could look like. How would sound? An extra $700, $2,000 a month back on your paycheck or in your bank, lowering your expenses, your monthly expenses, your bills, you know, being able to make better decisions with your money, and actually having a real plan set up to put you in a position where you not only have time freedom, but you also have financial freedom, which is just as important. So, does that make sense to you? And I pray that it does. All right. So, let's take a shift. Let's shift from what we don't have to what we could have, and then how we could get there. So, it's very important. If you're that guy on the left that has all those bills and past dues and whatnot, it's only temporary. Please trust me when I say that, okay? So it's not about working hard, it's about working smarter with your money. That's what it's all about. All right. That's the most important part of it. And then, of course, if you're living like that gentleman on the left and you choose to that you want to live like the guy that's on the right, what you need to do, uh, it says, but you know you're meant for more. That's what it should say. But you know you're meant for, meaning you're meant to live a better life. Well, we can help you bridge that gap. Okay. I have a team of professionals behind me that will help you reduce your taxes, increase your credit score, reduce cost of monthly bills, and help you build monthly residual income. Notice the word residual. And actually, it's daily residual income. But what you got to do for that to happen, oh, I'm sorry. If you talk with me, you will find out that we actually have proof. We have people in our organization that you will meet who've already done it, and they'll gladly share their testimonies with you. It's no secret to success. Okay. The question is, will you? And I'm gonna tell you right now, you're gonna see my face on here every day. I'm getting ready to do a 30-day push. 30-day push, except Easter. You won't see me on Easter. Sorry. I usually try to do Monday to Friday, but I made a commitment to myself to be here every day to talk to you, to try to help you to get over that gap and learn a little bit about myself. Like I said, I was in the industry for over 30 some years, helped over 6,000 families. and I'm looking to add some more. In fact, my project 10,000 means that I'm looking to help 10,000 families in the next year to be able to obtain not just financial, but time freedom at the same time. So you can spend more time with your family and do a lot of things that a lot of people don't get to do because they're not with their family. All right. So let me round it up. Project 10,000. That's the name of my project. And like I said, um, my partners have a fleet of professionals. There's tax professionals, there's credit professionals, investment advisors, even bankers, real estate people, everything you need to help you turn your financial life around. But you have to be willing to take that first step. And it's very simple. Send me a message. We're not friends on TikTok. Become my friend. Message me. Instagram, YouTube. If you leave something in comments or look me up on Facebook under J Early, Jay, Early, Earley, then definitely, um, okay, I don't know what that means, but anyway, I'm sorry. I gotta stop reading these notes on TikTok, and then they flash by so quick. It's like, wow. Okay, I'm gonna go back and read them when this is over. So did I stay under 20 minutes? Yep. I reached my goal. I wanted to stay under 20 minutes because I don't want to bore anybody. I see some people on here and they just talk and they talk and they talk. And I sit there and watch them. And I said, what did they really talk about? What did I get out of it? What did I get out of it that would help me advance to the next stage? I only have one wish for well, I'll tell you what to do. My friends on TikTok, I want you to go over to YouTube and just look up Jay Early, Jayearley. And what you see here will be under lives. So if you want to listen to it, but actually see the presentation slides, because a lot of times we hear things, we learn, we see things, we learn it better. So you get the message two times. All right. But for today, I'm going to go ahead and sign off, and I'm going to leave you with a good one here, which I think is very powerful. And I always love to say this, that there's two people that love you, want to see you succeed. One is God, the other is myself. And I always say this, if you take just 50% of the information I give to you and put it to use, I know I'll see you at the top. And if you do not, keep this in mind. We will be waving to you from the top. God bless, and you have an awesome day. See you guys.